go. Here we go, go. Welcome everybody. Hold on. Uh-oh. I can't get my audio. Let me get my audio together real quick. Hold on. Stay right there. Hold on. They can't hear me. They can't hear me at all. Hold on. Test. Oh, okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the MyGridironFace Show. This is Bernard King, and my co-host D-Lump is back in the building. Say what up, D-Lump. Yo. Yeah. You know how that goes and everything like that. So, yeah, pretty much we back in the building and everything like that, man. Hey, D-Lump, we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about today, man. A whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, y'all can't see him, but y'all can hear him, though. So that's all good. So you can't see him, but you can hear him. But at the same time, we got a whole bunch of stuff that's coming up. Michael Penix back with the Falcons, 11-on-11 drill. We'll talk about that later. D-Lump, we got to talk about something serious going on within the college and NFL put together. Yeah. Pretty much the preseason games, they have relatively taken place. What's your thoughts and assessments on certain games, certain teams, or what have you? And next week it's a 53-man roster cut. They're gonna do some more cuts this week after the game that was just played. These games that were just played, and next week it's the final cut. So let's go ahead. Let me go ahead. Oh yeah, I got my notes right here. Let me look at these notes real quick, man. Okay. You know what? I was gonna ask you about that. But you still preseason. In fact they got spanked. Because the point is, it really don't matter because it's a preseason game. Everybody trying to make the team. I get that. Oh boy. Yeah, well, like I said, Broncos look promising. The Broncos look promising, and I'm gonna leave it just like that. I don't know about that one now. Hold on now. We'll see what goes on with that whole thing. Oh, except February. So basically what it is that, week 2 storylines, right? Week 3 storylines or what have you. Teams are, making the final trim rosters down to 53 players. Fringe players must maximize performance in the final exhibition outing. Let me ask you a question. What names are sticking out to you right now? What players who you think, not everybody and their mama, but just some players you think who should, regardless of the Broncos, Falcons, whatever team it is, what players you feel like you should have, just top of your head, what players do you think should have a great outing to, get a spot on the team? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. That's crazy right there. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. That's right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They handled some business yesterday. Right. Mm, that's crazy. Let me make sure. That's crazy. Right. Right. I don't see. Hold on. I'm trying to get some audio. I don't get any. I'm not getting the audio from you. I'm getting the audio from you, but I'm not picking it up on my stream. I can hear you and everything. I'm just trying to get some stuff over here. Dang, what's the audio at, man? Podcast co-host. I'm trying to get the audio over here. Can't nobody hear you. That's crazy. I'm just here by myself, man. Dang. Oh God. You know what? I'm just gonna pretend that's though you here. Well, everybody gonna pretend that's here. Dang, they can't hear you though, bro. Damn it. Hold on. Properties. Hold on. Let me hit the properties real quick. Enable control audio volume. Yes. Hold on. It still ain't popping up. Dang it. Right, I can hear you and everything. I can hear you like loud and clear. Hold on. Dang. D-Lock, they can't pick you up, man. You know what though? We're gonna go ahead and end the show. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the show because they can't pick you up. I'm just have to get back with you, man. That's messed up right there. And we got it going too. But I'm gonna have to let you go, man. Just go ahead and do your thing, man. I'm gonna talk to you later. Okay, all right, my bad. All right, okay, all right, okay, no problem. All right. So, everybody, what it was, nobody could hear me. And basically, what it was that I had a severe audio issue. I couldn't pick him up. We was talking. I could hear him. He could hear me. The whole thing is you guys couldn't hear me. So the audio was not coming through. So I do apologize for that. So I'm going to go ahead and try to finish some things out real quick and just, pretty much do a solo act myself and just go ahead and talk about the things we were going to talk about today. I'm going to have to fix everything else later on. So this is where we stand right now as it relates to the live stream. So I did come on today and things of that nature. So pretty much, I'm going to go ahead and go into things. I'll be real short. Pretty much, the quarterback battles, the rookie debuts of, Fernando Mendoza. He's already had his debuts and things of that nature. So pretty much, it's a lot of, this is the last week of preseason football coming up. And it's a lot of people that are relatively trying to get final roster spots, they have to have some superb outings, to get those roster spots on the NFL teams. And like I said, next week, each NFL team will have to cut roughly 37 players per team. They have to cut 37 players per team, which equals up to be, I think, 1,184. Let me get my calculator out on to make sure I got it right. So 37 teams times 32, 37, no. Yeah, you're right. 37 times 32. Yeah, 1,184 players will be cut next week on each NFL team, which roughly is 1,184 teams. And pretty much, there's a lot of cuts coming on. Now, that kind of segue into well, before I get to that, whatever quarterback competitions that are out there, I think the most severe one, the strongest one, or the one that's heating up, is Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. I think Cleveland has the best quarterback situation in the NFL. I think the Rams do too, with Matthew Stafford, Matthew Stafford, Stetson Bennett, Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson, whichever or however you want to put it first, Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders, or Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson, however you want to put. Which one you want to put first. I think that's the best quarterback situation in the NFL, if you ask me. Now, another thing that's going on, pretty much, coaches waited. Oh yeah, coming up in this preseason week, a lot of coaches have a decision to make, not only with the roster cuts, but more so what teams, how much playing time they want to get their QB1s. Are they want to get them, more starting time or less starting time, where they want to rest some players or what have you, because like I said, it's going to be regular season coming up after this week. Sunday is the first day of the week, right? So a lot of teams that are, a lot of coaches are making decisions, and whether they want to establish, their players more playing time or more rest time, or just dress out time. I mean, not even dress out time, just coming plain street clothes, right? So that's pretty much the gist of the whole thing that's going on with that right there. So those are some of the storylines that are relatively coming up. Now, moving on. Now, not moving on, but I'm going to go ahead and say something about this. Now, speaking of the quarterback situation, the Atlanta Falcons, Tua Tagovailoa pretty much took all the snaps in training camp, and started training camp, playing two games, and the Falcons and the Colts had joint practices, and the Falcons pretty much played decent this week versus the Colts versus what it was last week with the Broncos. And not only that, after the game, if not after the game, not too far after the game, my head coach, I don't know what to say about that. But Kevin Stefanski made the decision. I mean, no, not decision, but the doctors had cleared Michael Penix Jr., however you want to address him, to fully practice in 11-on-11 drills. So Michael Penix will be practicing starting tomorrow. And I think when Michael Penix starting tomorrow, not tomorrow, but practicing 11-on-11 tomorrow, he may wind up getting a lot of snaps in this training camp going forward. Like I said, we only got one more week of training camp, and then once after that, then you begin to make your cuts. And I think the season starts, let me see here for a second. Got my iPad right here. Let's see some. I think the first NFL game is September 9th. Yeah, I think the first NFL game. No, week 1. Week 1 NFL. Let me do week 1 NFL. Week 1, yeah, September 9th. So I think week 1 in the NFL will be September 13th. Well, actually September 9th, because Rams and 49ers play their first game of the season, 2026, September 9th, i.e. next month. So that's week 1 of the NFL. So pretty much the players, they will have, those cuts. They will rest 1 week, pretty much get trained, get massages, and get, treated medically, any kind of injuries or anything like that is happening with them or going on with them. They have a full week of rest. Some will have 2 weeks, some will have maybe like a week and a half. So the schedule will be cut short, but they will be primed and ready to go by week 1. So NFL is back, everybody. It's almost back. Also, not only that, I think week 0 in college football, if I'm not mistaken, is going to start this week. Week 1. No, week 0. I'm sorry. Week 0. See, week 0, college football. Hold on. Week 0, college football. Yeah, Saturday, August 29th. So, week 1, week 0, college football. It's going to start this week. 28th, maybe 29th. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Week 20, yeah. So it will start this week in college football. It starts this week. So I'm excited for that, for that whole thing to go down with week 0 for college football. So it's going to be very exciting. I'm waiting on that to happen as well. Also, like I said, college football is going to start this week. So we got something to look forward to. Those of you who love football, it's like Christmas time to me and Christmas time to all you gridiron folk out there. So I'm excited for that. Now, not only that, on to another story, right? Like I said, I wasn't going to be long. I mean, we was going to talk more about it, but like I said, I had audio issues going on with my, not necessarily with my OBS, but more so my More so with my live streams because OBS updated the software. So, you know, a lot of people have a lot of problems with it. I just had a problem with it today. I thought I was gonna be safe, but you know, I gotta go back and do some things and stuff like that. So, however, what I'm going to do, I want to talk more about the NFL and college football put together. So like I said, and what the media said, what all of us saying, what the reports are, the NFL is going to release 1,184 players next week. Now, there was a Save College Sports Act where I think the government, the Trump administration, the U.S. government or the NCAA, I think the NCAA, if I'm not mistaken, came up with the rule where you have a 5-year eligibility rule, right? Which means that you can play 5 years. That's the match you can play. After that, you don't play anymore. Now, however, a Louisiana state court judge. No, let me read my notes real quick. I'm sorry. I don't want to get this shoot. I don't want to be fake news when I say this, right? So, all right, it says, and that's sharp. Louisiana state court judge approves eligibility for 30 collegiate athletes. Of those, 16 were to return to play college in their 5th year in college football. The ones who would possibly be cut from the NFL team. Now, this happened last week, right? Now, days later, a Colorado federal judge, U.S. District Judge Charlotte Sweeney in Colorado, ran a class-wide preliminary injunction against the NCAA age-based eligibility rules, giving high school class of 2022 athletes a potential 5th-year eligibility through the Circuit Court of Appeals, issuing a state pausing the ruling. Pretty much, what it is that these players, they're relatively just going to, what these players are going to do is going to go back to their college schools. Go back to their schools. The athletes are going to go back to the schools to play 5th-year eligibility, and pretty much the NCAA. I think the NCAA or the courts shut that down. So pretty much, if this affects people of the class 22, 2023, if I'm not mistaken, eligibility. Hold on. NCAA eligibility. Yeah, right. News. So pretty much, so pretty much the court denied an extra year of eligibility for those students in the class of 2022. Now going forward, they will be able, those students going forward 2023 will be allowed to come back to the school, play their rules of eligibility. So the court pretty much, it's a mess right now. We don't know what's going to happen. College football is relatively a week away, less than a week. Or my bad, correction. College football is less than a week away from being started. So we don't know what the heck finna go on, what to be going on to, and then they paused it. Then not only did they pause it, they're going to be cut next week. So these players, I feel like this right here. If you went out of school, you went in undrafted, you went in, you didn't make the team, I feel like that should be it for you. Remember back then, because the people that I knew that they make the NFL team got cut, they wouldn't just got regular jobs. So my thing is just right here. Once y'all go get y'all a regular job, hey man, listen. I mean, communists, well, I don't know what this company is like. I know my job is fruitful. Thank God I got a fruitful job. I'm getting overtime, things of that nature. But however, I do feel like, hey, this should be it for you. Hey, look, listen, you've been playing ever since you was a kid. You went to high school, got scholarship to college. Hey, maybe you want to get some NIL money, right? You went to the NFL, you didn't make, some went to the NFL, some didn't go to the NFL. But guess what? That should be it. I mean, go be a coach. I'm not saying go back groceries or shagging no carts or anything like that. I mean, go into the field that you study. As it relates to, you going to college. You went there to take up a degree, to get a degree in a certain field of expertise or industry wise type things. So I would say go back to that. I mean, I hope you didn't just go just to play football and thought you were gonna make it to the NFL. Now I'm not saying you shouldn't try to make it to the NFL, but at the same time, you gotta realize to understand. Now when you went in to the training camp, right? You had 90 people. Basically, 37 of y'all, no, 37 of you guys weren't gonna make it. Okay? So basically, training camp. Now, some people do get released and things of that nature, but however, 37 of y'all ain't gonna make it. So my whole thing is, if I'm there and I'm being a quarterback, and it's me and Michael Penix. Ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm yawning, y'all. And me and Michael Penix trying to compete. I'm trying to compete with Michael Penix for a starting QB job. And I'm probably number 2. I mean, probably number 3, number 4 on the depth chart. Pretty much, I think I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm not saying I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna try my best to do it. At least get a spot. I ain't gonna get the number 1 job. I'm gonna try my best to get that spot because veteran, seniority rules and everything like that, right? However, at the same time, if I know I'm number 4 on the depth chart or number 3, it's a strong possibility that I might not make it. I may get a job on special teams. You can make the team that way. However, I'm gonna try my best to get that spot. But at the same time, like I said, you're not only just playing for, trying to get a spot on this team, you might be trying to get a spot on another team as well. So another team can pick you up. But at the same time, looking at the depth, looking at who I'm going up against. Look, if I'm going up against Matthew Stafford or a future Hall of Famer or Lamar Jackson, even a Jackson Dart for that matter, or even a subpar starting QB in the NFL, mediocre quarterback in the NFL, and that's gonna be crazy for me. So, like Dan Lanning said, Dan Lanning made a very good point. And this is exactly what Dan Lanning had said as it relates to players going back to college football, right? He said this right here, end quote, letting any of those players come back, fair or unfair to them, it's unfair to the sport. And I think it's unfair to the players that are on current teams for those guys to be coming back. I have to totally agree with that. Again, this is only going to last for so long. Listen, you tried, you didn't make the team, you got to go ahead and move on. Hey, you got your NIL money, you got your little starter pack, you got your haircut, some earrings, some tattoos. If you're a female, she probably, got some weaves, some lashes, and got her nails done, maybe some tattoos. She got, everybody, look, male and female, these college athletes is relatively got their starter pack. The NIL starter pack. Hey, it's run out. Look, it's over with. Okay, now, those you make the team, congratulations. You got drafted, congratulations. That's cool. But at the same time, those of you who didn't make it, you got to go do something else. Go be a manager, go be a detective, a doctor, a lawyer, go back to school, get your law degree, engineering, things of that nature. Hey, that's pretty much, what you're going to have to do there, And pretty much, hey, that's what I say about that. Like I said, I don't feel like you should go back to school. You had your time. And then what about this 5-star recruit that, that they promised, this kid that he's going to be starting, he's going to be starting QB. Or you get to pick this jersey number. They're like a kid, okay, DJ Pickett, I'll give you a prime example. G.A. Pickett, number 1 quarterback, I think it's 2024, 2025 in the nation, right? He chose LSU and picked Jaden Daniels' jersey number. Jaden Daniels comes back, hey, take my name off the NIL list. I don't want to be a part of that. Hey, it's a season to see it. Stop doing that. Pretty much, man, you listen, again, the NFL, these NFL players, professional NFL players, whether you make the team or not, y'all meddling too much in college football. Y'all don't control it. The whole thing is to say, hey, y'all need to just go on with your life. And if I'm Jaden Daniels, I'm telling DJ Pickett, hey, man, that's a good number you got, man. Hey, make me proud. This is what you're supposed to do. But anyway, I'm not going to vent too much. I'm not going to vent too hard and everything like that. So that's pretty much all the news I got for you guys today. I was going to do a whole bunch of more, but like I said, I had audio problems. So I'm just going to leave it and wrap it up right there and wish you guys well. Have a marvelous Monday, terrific Tuesday, wonderful Wednesday, thoughtful Thursday, fantastic Friday, super Saturday, and super Saturday? Yeah, and a spectacular Sunday. So that's it, y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and end my stream right there. I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully, I'm gonna have my audio together next week because, like I said, OBS updated the software, so now I got to figure out what's going on, how to get everything going again. So that's it right there, guys. See you.